everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca and I am here to just show you some makeup. I thought I would just share with you today makeup no one talks about, makeup that you probably have in your collection or you've bought or you've wondered about buying and you're like, why does nobody talk about this? And I know it's frustrating. I saw a Reddit thread where people were like, I wish YouTubers would just start talking about stuff that, you know, brands that just are still in the store and not just every new thing that comes out. So I get it. I totally get it. Some of these products I haven't tried, to be honest with you, or at least I should say they've been sitting around in my drawer and I haven't given them their fair shake. So one of those is this Black Radiance Hydrate and Blur primer, and I thought it was really interesting. You know, Black Radiance also is made by the same company that makes Wet n Wild and Physicians Formula, and this has maybe a bit of fragrance. It has quite the dimethicone feel to it. So, you know, for it to be Hydrate and Blur, that's pretty amazing. And I definitely want to, it says it's 100% oil free. I couldn't find any trigger ingredients for rosacea. Hang on. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, it's left quite a nice, my hands that applied it, like, oh, it's sticky. Ooh, is that grippy? Ooh, this could be really fun. You know, sometimes, hydrating, there's sometimes the dimethicone that just slicks across the face. And then this one, it's like hydrating and it's got that tacky texture. I love it. All right, Pacifica a Light. This has been around for a long time. It is a clean, Pacifica is a clean brand. This foundation, you know, it's oil-free and satin finish. It's 100% vegan. And the shade I have is Warm Light. I think there is a little bit of fragrance in this, and maybe that's why personally I don't reach for it. And it's not an artificial fragrance. They use like botanical, I think they use all natural ingredients for their fragrances. That doesn't necessarily mean that's good for me who can break out from natural ingredients. But I know Taylor Wynn loves this foundation, and I just feel like, you know, I see it at Target, I see it at Ulta, and it's actually, it's a pretty well, it performs really nicely, and putting it on with a brush, I can see that. I forgot how it says, does it say medium coverage? Very hydrating. It has brown seaweed. What? I love that Pacifica is Oregon. Like, hi Pacifica, can I come see you? I'm in Washington. We're neighbors. Okay, so this is, I put 2 pumps on the back of my hand. Clearly I don't need that much. And clearly I could bump up a shade for summer, but I'm okay. So this is really I've not used the primer and the foundation together before, so that's fun. I can tell that this is really, just wow, it's yeah. So I'm gonna use a very squeezed out beauty sponge. It's like damp, but really I wrung it out. Okay, so I am just pushing product in. Foundation check in right now. Ooh, it is. I will definitely powder this because I can feel its moistness, but it looks nice. It's got a satin finish. It's not making any dots on my pores. It's very pleasant. Very pleasant. It has good coverage. I see it lifted where I lift because it's so, it's sticky, you know? Hang on. Sometimes I get that. I'm gonna use a concealer I haven't used in a really long time, and when this first came out, I really enjoyed it. It's the CoverGirl True Blend. I have shade Buff Beige. Is this M150? I love this concealer. It comes in so many shades. It's got a really large doe foot, and I feel like when it first came out, I remember getting excited about it, and I feel like there was a lot of attention made, but as usual, everybody kind of has a short-term memory and moves on. But I really like it, and I think it works well, not just under the eyes, but to cover discoloration or to conceal on the face. And it has just like a nice, I would say, satin finish to it. I don't think it's not matte, it's not incredibly luminous or anything like that. For powder today, I'm gonna use a Pixi product. And I remember when this came out and I talked about it, I was really excited about it because it is drugstore, because you can buy it at Target, but it's pretty expensive. But if you were to enjoy the By Terry powder, this would be a very affordable alternative. But it's, yeah. So it's called H2O Skin Veil Powder. So it's supposed to be very lightweight, adding, like moisture, and it is incredibly fine. Like, it is so silky on, you can see the container. I will do some ingredient comparison and grams per penny, grams per dollar comparison for you, and put that on the screen, because I just remember thinking this was in the $20, and I'm like, that is a small container for something for $20 at the drugstore. But if it is, instead of something higher end in the $60 range, okay, I'll play. I'm going to take a smidge of this on my sponge and see how that plays on the concealer. And then I'm going to take my brush that I typically do and just do a very, very soft dusting and see if, and I need to, this is creasing. Let's play with this Rimmel bronzer. I know a lot of channels, this is kind of one of those little forgotten drugstore products they rave about. I have 022 Sun Bronze. I think I got kind of a darker shade in this, but folks rave about Rimmel blush, bronzer and powder. And I think this is kind of neat because it does have almost a reddish undertint, which is good for capturing that natural sun-kissed look. Rimmel and me are weird because the eye products, and whatever they use, I always get irritated with their mascaras and their eyeliners and like their liquid powder shadows and stuff. So yeah, I'm just like, so that's why maybe I featured some of their shadows in the beginning of my channel, but I haven't pretty much done much with them lately. They've got really good lipsticks though. So it's pretty, it's really pretty. It's matte kind of, but it doesn't, it doesn't have any sparkle, but it's not a flat, like, chalky. I got inspired watching Mel Thompson play with the Tom Ford eyeshadow. It's a cream duo, and it's cream with shadow that you put on top. And it's gorgeous, of course, it's Tom Ford. So what I did was, it was like this black cream shadow, almost black, excuse me, was the gold powder shadow that she tapped on made it look, it had this duochrome, kind of like a beetle, you know, it had that like, it's like black, but you can see green and gold, and oh my God, it was so beautiful. Scarab. I picked up this Revlon cream eyeshadow, and it's the shade Tuxedo. Can I open it? Oh, there we go. So I thought, I'm gonna try this. I'm a little scared. Let's see. Ooh. It's very creamy. Ooh. So that's dramatic, right? But why not? You know, I'm gonna just kind of see what we do here. I'm using Flower Beauty. I'm using a brush just because it's black and I see myself making a mess of this. So I just want to like, and let's, you know, maybe this is a mistake and I'm not gonna create what she did, but see what I mean? It's like, oh boy, a little goes a long way. Like cream shadows, of course, but when you use like a pale shade, you don't see necessarily how much, like that's a lot. I mean, that's not a lot. I use very little, but wow, it is, it's working. Okay, I'm gonna go in with, first I'm gonna go in with this shade from the Wet n Wild palette. It is from the Go Commando. Oh my gosh, you guys, that is, woo, that is pretty. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Hello, who needs Tom Ford? Not me. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Okay, that is beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Now I have to recreate that. Okay, so that's a little bit messy and I need to clean it up. So what I'm gonna do, okay, I'm gonna take a clean brush. Just, let's do this. You guys, Palladio is the, you know, I feel like they are so underrated. Made in the USA, cruelty-free. Some product, no, I'm sorry, this is made in China. I'm sorry. There are some products though made in the USA. This particular palette is made in China. Okay, so cruelty-free, vegan, gluten-free, not all products, a lot. And they make beautiful things and it's affordable. So no one talks about them. I'm gonna use a couple shades from this. I think I'm just gonna go in right there. How basic is that? And I'm gonna just kind of go in the crease, a little kind of in the center. And I feel like that just kind of neutralizes it. Remember to kind of keep everything upwards, not too low. This is the Exhibitionist 24-Hour Kohl Liner. I like the shade Gold Metallic. And I'm sort of doing the waterline, but not. Well, I guess I kind of am. Because I know the whole white in the waterline is weird for a lot of us. So I like to just kind of give more drama, but there's like a little bit of reflection on this. A few of you mentioned when I talked about these blushes a while ago, some of you said that this shade, the Hot Frenzy, is a dupe for, I can't remember if it was like a NARS or something, but it was a Wayne Goss favorite. And it definitely scared me in the pan. So I'm gonna give it a try. It kind of actually has some Patrick Ta vibes. Yeah, we're gonna buff, we're gonna go easy. So, okay, that's pretty. I gotcha. Little goes a long way. What I think, I mean, this is awesome for darker skins, like finally, you know? I mean, blush doesn't have to be pink and peach. It can be way more vivid. So I like that this is there. I just don't know if it's for me, okay? So everything's holding up pretty well. The foundation is good. And I think I'm just a little bit, the powder is not, I just feel like the powder and the concealer are looking a little dry. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that the foundation is a little, not matte, but it isn't as luminous as you would think once you powder it. Like it really does set down. So if you're more oily and you want to try this because you like the brand and you're curious about clean products, I think that you could make it work if you're normal. If you're normal. If even if your skin is a little bit on the oily side. That's my theory. I think I'm gonna do brows and lashes off camera, come back and we'll do some lips and maybe some other finishing items. Lashed and browed. Okay, so you guys, folks, I found a product from Hard Candy. It is the Just Glow Luminizing Stick. And I want to say, I mean, I have yet to do some more homework, but this is looking like pretty much a straight up dupe to the Danessa Myricks Duet Balm. It does go on wet and it doesn't really set, so it just kind of stays this way. So I will let you know, but I thought I would just kind of slap that on. And I am a fan of CoverGirl lip liners. I love this caramel nude, caramel. I want CoverGirl to come out with so many more shades of this liner because it's fabulous. Joa, way to hear it for Joa. This Jelly Bay, it's a matte gel lipstick. This shade is Hubby, and I love it. It is so good. But it's like, okay, it's matte, it's jelly, but don't think of it like jelly. It's not going to set like, you know, something like a liquid lip. It stays powdery, kind of soft and velvety, because look, you know, it does transfer, but it's just a nice formula because it feels thin and it's not terribly creamy. So if you want like a matte lipstick, but you don't want to go liquid lip, and you're like, I can't, all these lipsticks out there are very creamy or balmy, and this is just kind of neither. So it's it's kind of a powdery formula. I will say that, which, I don't know, is that weird? I think what I might do is put some of that balm I always feel like I need just like something, you know, like, and then this eyeshadow, see, it's kind of faded, like this shadow that we thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be black and it's going to be so intense. It's really not. So I think because it's a cream shadow and it's going to set, it's going to wear well, I thought that was fun. I will list everything, of course, because maybe I didn't I talked too fast or I didn't hold it up long enough. I'm so sorry, but I will definitely list everything. And I hope this was just a great exploration of products that maybe, you know, just need a little more love. And let me know what you think. I hope you have subscribed, and thank you so much if you have, and if you haven't, please do so. I'm so close to 24,000. I want to do it. I want to get to 24,000 this month. I don't know, right? All right, guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.